I grew up in a home where anger was not an emotion that was ever present. I can count on my hand the times when I saw my parents show even a tiny bit of anger. It was truly a wonderland experience that I didn't really appreciate until I became an adult, moved outside of my home, and even moved outside of my culture and community, and saw that anger is a very common emotion for many people. It's also a form of communication. Now, as my thyroid was going through ups and downs, I personally started to experience anger in ways that scared me because I had never felt it before, spoke with it before, or used it before. So, this got me really looking into the research to understand better what was going on. What's fascinating is the thyroid is directly connected to dopamine. Both of these, dopamine in the brain and the thyroid, are made from an amino acid called tyrosine. So we need to have ample tyrosine to be able to make dopamine and T4 and T3. Now, what the research has shown that's really interesting is people with a quick temper or people who are quick to become angry are generally low in dopamine, meaning they're not making enough, their brain's not getting enough. And now we don't have the response, a calm, cool, collected response that we would have if we have enough dopamine. So, this is really interesting to me because dopamine and the thyroid hormone are produced by the exact same amino acids. So, if we don't have enough of one, we don't have enough of the other, which means as the thyroid is not working as well, you may become more angry, more quick to have a temper, less in control of your emotions, which then can make you more angry. So the question becomes why? Why is that not happening? Well, my favorite test to find out is the organic acids test. There's a section on this test that shows us how you're making your dopamine. It also shows us how well you're absorbing your tyrosine. So, from that, we can find out if your thyroid even has the raw materials it needs to make T4 and if your brain is getting the dopamine that it needs. I'm going to tell you right now the answer for many of us is no, that's not happening. So once we can see that and we can find out why, which usually is because of sneaky bacterias, sometimes and mold and bacteria are the big ones, sometimes fungus, but it's generally mold and bacteria that hijacks that amino acid, and now we can't make T4 or dopamine. And that is a perfect recipe for anger, quick to temper, rage, and not feeling in control of it. So if that's happening for you, let's do some testing. Let's find out what's going on in the gut that is preventing your dopamine from being made appropriately. And once we can address whatever we find, whatever sneaky little bug that's in the gut that's preventing it, when we address that, well, you can start making dopamine correctly and you will find that you become calm, cool, collected, and that quick temper will completely disappear. So, what I know now is my parents likely had really great dopamine. They probably had amazing stores that just kept them calm and collected and never enraged at their three very busy children. And for that, I'm grateful. So tell me, is anger a problem, a quick temper? Is it something that you've developed recently that you didn't used to have? Let's talk about it.